guys. It's been a special day.
Hello.
We almost died.
And by special, I mean almost fatal.
We almost died. Well, it brought up the question, too. If you were about to crash a car into a wall at high speed, what would your death song
Yeah, if
be?
if you had time to pause time, but only to choose one song.
I think it'd be, in retrospect, the national anthem.
Shut the fuck up.
Dude, you went sad and
Yeah.
slow for a high-speed death.
Yeah, that's so...
We were talking
Right, but now
about...
I'm amped. I've had a sip of PBR and I'm feeling patriotic.
Yeah, dude.
I think what I would do is I'd play
and I'm
it,
proud
especially
to be an American,
So when
where at least I know I'm free.
So anyway, so then when they would take the jaws of life and open it, it'd be me bleeding over it, but the radio would sad playing like the waiting national anthem, and they'd be tearing up, and I'd just be like, God,
No, it'd be
bless
like
America.
it'd be like the national anthem, but like gravelly and just like
Yeah, exactly. With me just with blood coming out of my chest and mouth.
yeah, and you're just going like, at least I died for my country.
Yeah.
And they're like, you died in a car crash from a fentanyl.
It's like, oh my...
Just in a coma, waking up. You're listening to Elliott Smith.
You were driving a moped.
You killed a mother and her 3 children. Who did you do that for?
America. Sam, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah. So Sam Hirschgold, you are a comedian / bartender at the Grizzly Pear. That's
Fuck
how
yeah,
we
dude.
met.
Day shift bartender at the Midtown Grizzly Pear.
Yeah.
Shout out Gary. What's up, boy?
Yeah, and I love Gary, and we're
Yeah.
gonna have a side episode in a week or two, called Teen Hab, which is part of the way we connected.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's people with past drug addictions and severe mental disorders are a lot like vampires. We can like find
It was
can sense
it was instant. It was like your second day like barking, and I was like maybe, and I made like a little joke about it, and we had a magnetic moment of like,
Yeah. I was like, this guy.
I got touched.
yeah, I got
I too got touched.
yeah, yeah. Fuck yeah, dude.
Fuck yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Not getting molested is for nerds.
How young do you have to be for it to count as molestation?
I got molested by a woman 3 years ago when my friend killed himself.
Okay,
That's
cool. So I
not
still
molestation.
Yeah, so I still got molested.
No,
then.
I was blackout drunk. It was my birthday, and my friend killed himself the night before my birthday, but I was in a different city. And then I got
What
so
a shitty
hammered.
friend.
I always say that. I was like,
Yeah,
if I
dude.
could go back in time and do one thing, I'd ask him to wait 3 days.
2 days, yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Piece of shit.
What the
Yeah.
fuck, dude?
He really cares about nobody.
I know he'd be watching the podcast. How miserable
Do
would
you
it
think
be?
he's watching
How
from hell?
miserable would it be if like you only you all you have to do is like watch your friends do stuff and you watch it after for your friend's shitty podcast or like eternity.
He's a ghost, but his ghost thing is just only watching
It's just
podcasts.
watching dog shit.
His
podcast.
unfinished business was never starting a podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe okay. Actually, when I crashed, I'd be playing our podcast.
Oh wow, that's
Oh god, dude, that
that's
sucks.
so. I mean,
That
we have to have an
sucks.
episode up for that to happen.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, it's really just like, yo, welcome Sam Grizzly.
And then they'd
So
be like,
meta.
they're like, oh, what was he listening to? Oh, a podcast. Was it good? It was like it was his podcast.
Yeah.
And then they'd be like, oh, so no, so it wasn't good.
Omri, for us, this is day 7. This is week 1.
Yeah, this is
It's
the
been
end of week 1. I am glad that we are finishing week 1 in I think about 40 degrees warmer weather.
So much. This has been the first 48 hours. Were
Yeah, that looked
brutal.
rough.
The first
72 hours.
The first 48 hours were a test to see if we are actually friends, and a test to see if we can survive.
Sam is such a simp.
100%.
Can I help you with the door?
Yeah.
Can I help, please, can I help
Dude,
you?
100%.
Okay,
Sam likes
cool.
big Amazonian. ladies,
Yeah.
big
I mean,
boy.
who doesn't love big Amazonian women?
I have a
there's
power complex.
There's, you know what the Amazon position is?
Oh, I haven't done it, but God, do
Is
I
that when they
want to.
smash your face?
No.
Because I do that.
It's you lie with your feet, legs in the air.
You do, like, the baby?
you're
Yeah.
a girl in missionary, and
so
your dick sticks out
I'm on-
between
so
your legs.
Imagine this is the bed. I'm like this with
Yeah,
my dick up.
between my legs, and then she fucks you.
Yeah.
She like,
But here's the thing. She holds eye contact.
yeah,
and
she's
it's really nice.
she's like here.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Yeah.
First- first time I saw
like
it.
a bounce.
Yeah.
Dude,
No,
first time I
I've had
saw
it happen,
it.
but I don't put my legs up in the air like I'm getting wiped.
No, that's what makes it like.
Yeah. Well, that's
Yeah.
logistics.
That's just what you do because you gotta tuck it between your legs.
Yeah.
So she has like the place to like do the motion on it. First time I saw it, I was looking at it for like 20 seconds. I stopped masturbating. I was like, what's going on? I mean, because I wasn't expecting it. It just like came up on like my Reddit feed, and I was just like,
your Reddit feed.
Yeah,
you're like, the Gaza Strip's happening again. Hey, man, is Trump gonna win? Whoa!
I solved that problem because I used to have one Reddit account that was both porn and not porn, and then I was like, I can never see Reddit in public because it's just like,
I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
that's your problem if you're looking at my phone in public.
Oh yeah, when I'm scrolling through my pictures, if you see,
what do
I don't give a
you do
shit.
when you're watching a film on a plane and a hardcore sex scene comes on?
Start masturbating.
You gotta lean between the chairs and make eye contact.
You gotta be in the middle seat.
Yeah,
you 100% in the middle of the scene. Just
lay your elbows way out.
Yeah,
or
just go like this,
like,
and you touch yourself like a teenage preteen, like just like
Or you do the classic the dad thing, like, oh, look at this. Look at that. Oh, it's pretty good, huh?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Ooh.
Can you make sure, by the way, Omri, that can you put tape on that mic so it's only yours?
Why? Because I'm holding it.
Because you rub it all over your lips and spittle flies into it, and then you were licking your lips as you touched yourself, reminiscing about masturbating on a plane.
Reminiscing like I've done it.
Dude, I'm so
What's the weirdest place you've masturbated in?
Oh, my friend he lived in a trailer, and I masturbated, but his whole family saw me. He lived in a trailer, and I was jerking off in his bathroom during dinner, and I didn't realize that there was like a huge. I couldn't hold it, dude. I didn't realize there was like a huge. Dude, there was a huge slit in the door, and I looked out, and they all had their heads down, dude, just eating fucking tacos. I came back out, I was like, "Oh, what's up? This is Cruz. This is the shit. Like, thank you so much for having me."
Oh my god, weirdest place I masturbated in was my private tutor in math's living room while she was giving a lesson to another kid who was in my class.
Mm-hmm. Same room?
I was in the living room and they were like in a den. So like if they walk down, like if they just turned around and started walking towards me, that like it would be impossible to hide. And also her husband was upstairs. It was in her house. And I was just like, I wonder if I could get away with it. Mm-hmm. And much like we talked yesterday, I didn't like pull it out and just go for the goal. I was just like, let's have fun with it. Let's see.
Sure.
Let's stretch it out. Let's listen really carefully. That's part of it. You know?
It is part of it.
Yeah. What about you?
When I was in treatment, when I was in Arizona, so I was gone for a long
treatment
time.
jerks.
I was gone for 13 months total, and my boarding school of sorts in Arizona, they took us to the eye doctor because I have contacts and glasses.
Nice.
And when you're there, it's all teen boys, and I turned 16.
Did that turn you on so much?
Well, it's the opposite. You never see women, and there's no internet, so there's no porn.
One kid's drawing it, and there's like a little black market for
literally,
it.
I have a bit about it where it's like dirty police sketches. It's fucking the kid who can draw is the most popular. But I got taken to the optometrist. And the optometrist was banging. She's probably like 25. She's brand new and brunette.
That's pretty hot.
So sweet to me because I was like, a kid from
Rock
rehab. Yeah. And she was like touching my arm. She was like joking around with me. And she's like,
she knew exactly what she was doing.
She left and just kept the door cracked. And I was laying in the optometrist's chair. Sorry, Brenda, you're gonna hear this. Oh, thank you so much. We have food coming.
Oh, hell
it's
yeah.
arrived.
Thank
I can smell it. It sounds delicious. But before I eat, I'm gonna how I came in this chair. And so then I just like laid back in the optometrist's chair. The door is open, and I was like, I can get this done. I can get this done.
Yep.
Before I forget who she is, and just did it like in the pants.
Oh, okay.
Zipped it all up.
Yeah, because I was gonna ask, how'd you clean?
I used to do. Ooh, I'm not gonna tell this whole part, but yeah, that was But that was.
What was that whole part though?
No, but I did get a hand job once when I was 18 on a trip back from Costa Rica with my parents, and there's this insane girl. She was in University of Illinois. We met on the plane.
Like hot insane or insane?
She was hot, but she was also like nuts because she was in training to be a mortician. She's in mortuary school.
Oh, she was that kind of hot. I got it.
Yeah, and she was like the wide eyes, like you can see the white on the top.
Yeah, she just keeps quoting Bukowski.
And then she's like, well, come sit with me. And I'm like sitting with my parents. I'm 18, so I'm sitting with her. And she was like, just meet me in the fucking bathroom. She's like 22. I'm 18. And I was like, all right. And so I like went into the bathroom. She started really aggressively jerking me off. And I was like kind of nervous. Also, my parents were out there. So I never finished. I had to like shut her and just be like, yeah. And then she got really mad at me. And then I texted her later when I was in the hotel. and I told her I was kind of in a relationship. I accidentally dated 2 girls the end of senior year.
You
it became
can't
a whole
say
thing.
accidentally.
I didn't.
God, I
thought
wanna be you
broke
so
up.
bad.
I thought I broke
I
up with the
don't.
one.
Dude, I don't want to be looking back on my life and like I accidentally dated
Quick
2 girls.
reminder.
When
When we were at the strip club and I was with that real estate agent for an hour and a half.
She's very respectful. Real
She's
estate
very
agent.
respectful. And then when we were talking about like my sex life compared to hers, she stopped and said, "Do you ever think you have a problem?" To me.
Yeah, and I know you do because that was one of the first things you told me about yourself.
Well, I didn't fully explain it. It was when you made it realize in my head was when I was talking about when Joseph and I were in Buffalo. And when I described, I was like, listen, Joseph, we're not going to have to get a hotel. I'm going to be able to find someone. We'll find a way to crash. And the way I described it, you were like, you sound sad about this.
You were sad about
I don't
that.
think
I was
you.
sad.
I don't
And
think
then-
you have a problem, though.
But you went immediately like yeah, I'm a sex addict.
I have a hard time turning things down. This happened. So I didn't tell you this. Night after the strip club, we went to the Gaff, right?
Yeah.
You left the Gaff.
Yes.
I went home with
that
a
it?
woman in her 40s I did not want to go home with. She followed me back to the apartment. And I kept telling her she didn't have to. I kept being like, don't come back. I was like, don't. Follows me home. She's a mother of like 3. Go.
That just makes it hotter.
God, dude.
And then she basically just begins to blow me. And then keeps like stopping and being like, I don't know if, and I was like, just go. I was like, just go. And so finally, I got her to leave.
without
finishing. Didn't masturbate, didn't do anything.
I
was
ate a
just
Philly cheesesteak and watched F1 Drive to Survive.
like, I rather drive the shit.
He's jealous of you. You know
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, I'm
He's
serious,
like,
I'm
I
jealous.
wish I could have just gone
Yeah.
home
It was
and watch
incredible.
F1 Drive to Survive.
Yeah.
But I had to.
yeah. Shout out Carlos Sainz. You're a fucking hunk, dude.
I feel compelled.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring the food and we keep going. Keep
All
talking.
right. All right. Yeah, so Denison's a fucking creep.
Yeah, it's a.
Yeah.
Yeah. He doesn't have a problem. He is the problem.
Yeah, he's.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's the sign language for food? Is it? All right. Who wants onions?
I onions.
I think people are gonna find out a lot about us just by the way we eat our burger.
Yeah, I eat aggressive, you eat aggressive.
I eat very aggressive.
I have dainty.
You have dainty.
Well,
what?
you guys missed it, but I have I got ready in like a dainty way. Like put my knees together and was like, ooh.
Oh, that's cute. They didn't miss it. All right. So as I take a bite out of this giant bacon-filled burger,
Fuck.
While somebody's eating, the rest of us will talk. So that's who it's my chance. So I'm going to talk. I should have a ton of. It's been a great week. I'm going to recap this. So first few days were rough. Omri and I had to deal with. So the back of the car was freezing. The car is dog shit. The car gave out today. The battery died like mid-drive, which answered the question we Googled on a 4-hour drive of, can the battery die while you
mid-drive,
drive?
I've never felt more of a mood change in my life.
oh my god, that was a moment. We were just vibing, and then suddenly the car starts vibrating.
And you're
It's
in
like,
the middle of an intersection.
And then we drive for like 20 more minutes. No music, just absolute silence. Just
Through
like
the longest tunnel in the history of tunnels.
Yes, just like
which
all
was
right.
new. Which Sam's from Seattle, and then so the power steering stops. We almost die, and then a tunnel comes up, and I was like, Sam, how long does this tunnel come from? He's
Brand
like,
new,
it's
dog.
new. Which tunnels are rarely new.
Yeah. I
it's like a big endeavor.
There's a
Tunnels
big.
are a big thing that takes a long time to build, and then we started talking about like, all right, so what song do we want to die to? And then Denison was like, how about some depressing fucking
He's a needle
shit?
in the damage. Needle in the damage done.
Yeah, we're like, how about
Needle
we?
in the hay.
Needle in the hay.
Yeah, how
By
about
Elliott
we?
Smith, but then I realized only if I'm overdosing or having a heart attack.
No. You said in the beginning, you were like, I guess needle in the hay if I'm dying of a heroin overdose, and then you just played it anyway.
Can I have a napkin?
I played Soup John Stevens.
Still lame.
But okay, so then car's shit. But then shout out to Last Best Comedy in Bozeman. It's the only true comedy club allegedly in Montana. They sold out 2 shows. Brooks Leland was the headliner. He killed it. And the shows were an absolute blast.
They were so
It was
fun.
so fun. That club was so cool. I don't know how many people, maybe close to 70 or 80, but completely sold out. Good audiences, fun time. Did a little pod with one of the bookers day after. I checked out one of their dive bars.
The third guy that we were on the show with us crashed with him the night after.
Kyle Kilseth. Shout out. You were very nice. And we
Very
left
nice guy.
we left you a bunch of, that was like $18 worth of chicken and blueberries and sausage that I forgot in the fridge.
God, my bell peppers. I I love bell peppers so much, man.
Talk about that.
When I was,
I agree with you 100%.
Here's the thing. I'm gonna finish the sentence and then you're gonna go, oh, you really like bell peppers, like on a different level. I was introduced to bell peppers in the 3rd grade. We had like it was a school program called the Breakfast Club, and they would just teach us like healthy stuff to eat in the morning. And one of the things, they were like, just take a bell pepper, stuff it full of like white cheese, like cream cheese, and put like chopped onions, chop like green onions, and toss that in there. And I remember eating that and going like, okay, this is fine. But what I really like is the bell pepper.
Yeah.
So I just started eating them like apples. I just pull them out, give them a quick rinse, and just eating away at them. And my parents were happy because I was finally eating like vegetables.
Is there a taste difference to the color?
Yes, definitely. Yeah? The red ones are the best. They're juicier.
I don't like it. I don't like a yellow bed. Orange and red, I'm down with. I don't want a yellow bell pepper.
Not green.
Yeah,
either.
they have different tastes.
Yeah.
And then what happened is my parents were so happy that I'm eating like vegetables and shit that they bombed me as many bell peppers as I wanted, and then I started pissing blood because I was eating north of 3 pounds of bell peppers a week. It was like I would eat that and lunch. That would be my entire day. I would just like
what was your lunch though?
Probably just like chicken and rice or something.
Okay, yeah.
And I would eat like 3 bell peppers a day at least, and then I started pissing blood. I was like, I don't know why this is happening.
Women in the 60s did that for a decade to lose weight. They would just eat like one vegetable all the time and torture themselves. Watch a lot of Mad Men. They would just eat like
the most historically accurate.
Dude, this was the happiest time of my life. I could eat as many bell peppers as I wanted.
It's the most autistic sentence.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm gonna go back to the days where I could eat unlimited bell peppers.
I went to like a doctor and shit, and they couldn't figure it out. So I went to this like nutrition specialist, weird lady, whatever. And she looked at me and she was like, "You eat a lot of lycopene." She literally looked at my back, like I took my shirt off. She was like, "Turn around, let me look at your back." She was like, "Your kidneys are fucked up. You eat a lot of lycopene. Stop eating tomatoes, eggplants, and bell peppers." And I was like, no. And then I stopped eating and I stopped pissing blood. And then for about 5 years, so like through some of like elementary school, all of junior high, some of high school, I was almost on a weekly basis asking my dad for bell peppers, and he was saying no. This was the age where my brother started asking for beer. And he got like a breezer. You know what breezers are? Yeah, he used to get like 1 breezer a week. It was like, all right, you're 15.
We got BJ's.
Like, yeah, well, yeah. And I was just 15. Like, Dad, can you get me a bell pepper? And he was like, no. And I think around senior year, I got them to let me have 1 bell pepper a week. Never turned back since.
So anyways, Sam and I went to rehab.
Twice.
We got different experience from growing up.
But yeah,
well, actually, I don't know. I had it was my childhood up until like 14 was very normal.
Then
like my parents got divorced, and I told them that I had been like getting molested, and they lost all their money and everything.
Wait. So you see, here's the part you skipped over. You were molested before you were 14.
Yep. Shout out Mark. What's up, boy?
So that's not
friend of the pod.
Wouldn't be here without you. Mm-hmm. It's just like, well, my childhood was fairly normal, you know. School, t-ball, soccer, getting molested by my uncle, and then my parents got divorced, and that threw everything out of whack.
Yeah, but that's a massive misconception about teen addiction that gets frustrating. Is like, I was also a straight A student most of my life. I had undiagnosed mental issues, and your brain deals with it in a different way. It's not like you're some scumbag. It's pretty natural, and the country doesn't do anything to help you, and you hide it naturally, and your family and yourself deal with it the best that you can. Like, it's a mental disorder. There's people who drink themselves to death for 80 years. Like, I didn't touch any of that stuff for a very long time and never had a desire to. I was just like, well, that was done. That was shitty.
Okay, but let me ask you this.
Yep.
How many people who OD'd as teenagers really did the world a favor?
A lot of them.
How many of your friends do you not miss?
Jesus Christ, Elmer.
I miss one guy from that time.
Yeah, I mean, because you're like, I wasn't a scumbag, but I have a feeling a lot of them.
What if one of them became a booker
Oh, that's the only thing. What if
for
one
SNL?
of them? What if one of them could have helped my career? That's the only thing. They're like, oh, you're such a piece of shit. Thanking for teenagers dying. Well, what if one of them could have helped you in your career though?
I'm pretty sure you're the one who just said how many of those dead teens did.
Oh yeah,
the
but
world a favor.
I'm not like high and mighty about it.
What?
I'm just saying we're on the same level.
No, I don't think so.
I'm lost.
Yeah, you lost me at that one.
I did not. High and mighty. I'm lost.
I am mighty. I'm a lunk. Now I have to go to Planet Fitness, and I'm a certified lunk.
Lunk life.
Dennis and I went to Planet Fitness for
the first time in my life.
For the first time in his life, and I sat in the car and talked to Dell tech support for 90 minutes, and I feel like we both had like some of the most frustrating experiences of our lives. I had a Dell customer service representative saying, "Can you please just not say fuck anymore?" Because at one point he was just like, well, we can't do this, we can't do that, and I was like, what more do you want from me? I'm broke. I'm living out of my fucking car. I'm like, I got nothing for you people. You've drained me of all of my will to fucking live. And he just pounced back with like, can you please stop saying fuck? And then when we got off the phone, he said, is there anything else I can do for you? And I said, can you put a bullet in my fucking head?
Okay, so you actually kind of know in a microcosm what it's like to be a teen in rehab. That's basically it. That's the experience.
You're like, I want to kill myself, and they're like,
I miss
can
it,
you
dude.
not say kill?
They're like, yeah, can you please stop swearing in this treatment center?
If my insurance covered 3 weeks at a rehab, I'd go back every year. It's it's great. They just like fat you up. You play basketball and you talk to some like fucking dumb therapist that doesn't want to be there.
It's like living in the inner city, but with a therapist instead of a social worker.
Well, that therapist also only has like three years off of heroin themselves, and so they're like in the pink cloud era of like, I'm gonna help, and they're gonna relapse in like 6 months and fuck one of the kids in there.
That's cool as shit.
Yeah,
that sounds.
That's why I'm trying to go back.
As a counselor.
So you would what's your favorite rehab memory?
Getting a hand job in the classroom. I got a bite.
I thought it was all dudes.
Mine was most art. He was in like, so we're in very two
he
different
was in like California rehab.
No, we were in two very different ones. He was an intensive inpatient, which is like
we had
lockdown.
like bars on the windows.
Yeah.
The place got shut down for illegally using like sedatives on kids and keeping them in isolation for too long.
But you got a hand job though.
Yes.
Yeah, which
He
is
had
right.
all that, and he didn't get a hand job.
I didn't get a hand job, and I was there for 13 months.
Yeah, so I mean,
But we like rode horses and had free reign of our
He rode
campus.
with-
No, we had to call out what room we wanted to get into. We had to be like bathroom B4, and then they would like scan the wall and buzz us in.
It's kind of cool.
The girls fucked more than anybody.
They fuck each other.
Yeah, well, because there was a design flaw. There was like the
yeah, women can orgasm with each other. That's
Yeah,
a
that's
design.
a design.
flaw.
There was fucking horse.
yeah, there was like the epicenter of like the
horse.
eye, but then the doors in the women or like in the girls housing unit opened out so that they blocked. So they would like open one door open to the bathroom, and two girls would sneak in and just fuck.
That's dope.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
It's like in prison when they go to shank you, but it's just two women scissoring instead.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
It's very cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been a cool first week.
Yeah, the only time I had to do that was when I walked into like the girls' barracks. You have to shout, "Boy!" You walk in, you're like, "Boy!"
Some
The
shitty
Israeli
flavor.
army is so much less terrifying when you learn about it from somebody who's in the IDF. And it's just a bunch of awkward Jews just fucking bumbling around, crashing shit.
They also know Krav
with all the
Maga.
money we pay them.
Oh my god, it's so fun.
He told me about Krav Maga. He's basically like, it's basically just a state of mind. You just kick people in the balls and throw
It's
sand
just-
in their eyes.
The state of mind of Krav Maga is.
Oh, you good?
You're
Thank
good.
you. I'm gonna push the plates over.
Yeah.
That's Brenda.
I was gonna say you're probably gonna spank a lot of women.
Excuse me.
Tonight?
No, a dirty bingo.
Oh yeah.
okay.
I'm ready to spank.
Yeah, it's fine.
I've spanked. Get
I'm a good
spanked. Throw me
spanker.
in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He likes to get spanked. I'm the spanker.
Get
Yeah.
really
Not
bored,
together,
so
though.
that's why I came up with like so many different shows, and like Shibari is really fun. Like, who would not want to tie a random person up in a bar?
Do you guys
Yeah,
do the
I have a
hanging
little
thing
experience.
though, where you like put hooks in each other's like in
Oh.
the shoulders? Do the hanging thing?
No.
Okay.
Dude.
Oh no.
That's a thing.
He was looking at that and was like, can I?
Yeah.
Can hang up.
Yeah.
That's okay. Yeah.
But those people are like the creepy ones that like have like.
Yeah, they split the tongue.
And
they have the
teeth.
implants.
Yeah, okay.
Little vampires.
They're really into Depeche Mode.
I know a girl in high school who.
Yeah, every
I know a girl
time.
in high school was way into that shit.
High school.
Yeah, high school.
Did she pretend she was a piece of meat?
Yeah.
Oh, with the hooks in
Still
the
does.
cheek.
That's what I'm talking about.
I had to.
We'll catch up on it. Yeah, we're excited for Dirty Bingo. I'm excited for a bunch of dirty birds, but Omri's gay. So we don't have to worry about him getting involved in Sam and I shenanigans. And Sam
I'm
is
just
always
saving myself from marriage.
Sam's always liable to just break into tears if a woman's too close with him. So
100%.
I'm the one who's but ladies, I feel embarrassed because I am a lover, I'm a giver, but I'm
Tell
also
them when you eat out.
on the first date every time.
Well,
you can hear
why?
it during my special. I call it the Olive Garden approach. I'll post the clip.
Yeah,
But I'll tell the joke tonight. But I'm not in good. I haven't been in good shape since we came here, and it happens.
You haven't been in good shape before. Like don't blame this on
you were
the
in
trip.
good shape in New
You
York.
walked
You were
into
jacked. You were jacked.
you
Thank
walked
you.
into that airport going like I'm bloated as fuck.
Yeah, because Sam and I were up until 2 a.m.
Yeah, so don't go like, oh, well, ever since I came on the road.
Don't blame it
Yeah,
on
it got
me.
worse.
Yeah.
I'm in better shape than 99% of people in this country.
That is not hard. I'm probably in better shape than like 80% of the people in this
That's
country.
19% left. That's like 40 more million people.
That's still not a lot.
Well, anyways, but I like to look good for the ladies. But it's tough. I've always gained weight easy, and I'm 31 now,
God.
and it's not. And I'm eating these nachos. We've been not eating great on the road. Well, it's
have
all
not.
over the place. We've eaten a lot of fruit, but then it'll be that like fish sandwich
Yeah,
from
them bar
McDonald's or
hot
Burger King.
dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
But
didn't. eat
at
them.
least it was fresh.
She cooked it fresh in
Allegedly.
rural Washington.
Yeah.
I liked it. What's your favorite Burger King sandwich?
I don't eat at Burger King.
I don't like people who say it like that. It's not that bad of a place.
I go McDonald's. I couldn't tell you the last time I saw a Burger King.
Well, it's because we live in New York,
Yeah.
and there's a Burger King right by
There
me
are,
on 42nd.
I'm not gonna go to the 42nd Street Burger King.
It's probably
Fair.
the best because they have to cater to tourists.
You also have to cater to question mark people.
Yeah. So we have a awesome show tonight. Probably 50 people. It's at the Gantry in Seattle. Huge venue behind us. Brenda Bray runs it. Very cool. But I can hear the DJ setting up. I hear everyone setting up. We have nachos.
We have at least a couple clips out of that.
Should we start to wrap up?
Yeah, we should wrap up.
Let's wrap up. Let's wrap up.